Hey, you guys. It is Mirsky back with another YouTube video. Hope you guys are having an amazing, fabulous, gorgeous, peaceful, whatever type of day. And you're getting through your old patterns and habits and just moving along. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, do that. If you would like a psychic reading as well, please check the description box where I leave my Instagram page so you can book a reading. It's in the link on my page. Also, if you would like to send me a donation of some sort, I will leave my Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo down for you guys to do that. So, I wanted to talk about my Kundalini Awakening experience. And if you guys don't know what a Kundalini Awakening is, I will be explaining that as well. But yeah, the Kundalini Awakening experience for me was like so intense. And I do know them to be intense. I don't think any of them are like subtle experiences or something, but they're mainly like intense experiences that you get once you align all your chakras and you are awakened to your inner being and your higher self. It's like you connecting to all that is and just aligning your whole being to the universal forces. In my experience, it was really revitalizing. It can kind of drain you afterwards though if you aren't grounded. So it kind of like shook me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay. But yeah, I'm gonna get into my experience. So this was back. I'm also holding the crystal, three crystals right now. This was back when I used to meditate for like an hour and like over 30 minutes and stuff. Now I only meditate for about like 15 minutes a day or something. But I still get shifts and stuff and downloads. It's like the time limit I have on my meditations really don't matter for me because it's like I'm meditating while I'm awake still. I don't have to like sit there and meditate for real. So yeah, this was back when I used to meditate for like long periods of times and just concentrate like and get into deep meditation. I used to hold my I still do hold my crystals and stuff, so not that I don't hold my crystals anymore, but it was very like powerful back then. It still is. I don't know why I'm acting like it's not, but so my basically let me just get into experience. So I used to have a lot of like awakening experiences even before my Kundalini experience. It was like my third eye when I was starting to open it more and more. It was like a lot of different shifts I was going through and stages, and I was like purging a lot of things, and my third eye was starting to help me advance in my psychic abilities and see more vividly. I had a lot of things that I was going through spiritually when I was like getting headaches, tremendous headaches. Everything looked so vivid and so clear. I couldn't like look at bright things. This is also something that will happen once you open like to a Kundalini experience. Everything will seem so vivid. I was also like my heart chakra. I'll get these sudden bursts of like energy and like love and connection and like I'm connected to everything. I was just like taking in a lot of energy, taking in a lot of other people's energy, especially because I'm an empath. So it was like making me take in so many people's energy. I was starting to tune into everything that was around me, and I felt like I was in sync with um, almost everything that was literally in my vicinity. Like also, I was astral projecting like I can't astral project now just on automatic, but like sometimes I used to just astral project and out of nowhere and I didn't have any control of it. And sometimes I also had like these times where my mind was just clear. I wasn't thinking anything. I was just being in the moment. I was being present, and it was just so centering. Like I was here, and I felt like I was here. Like my energy felt like it was just only here. I didn't need anywhere else to be. So during those were like during when I was decalcifying my pineal gland and starting to experience other awakenings. But in this particular part where I actually, started to align myself and awaken, and my Kundalini was just charged up. This was when I was meditating. I believe I was listening to like the type of meditation music where it's like I also was not moving. So this was like a meditation where you just are aware of yourself. You're being still. You don't move at all. Like you just, if you're fidgeting, you don't move. If something flies on you, do not move. If anything happens, you just have to be present. Do not move. And that's what I was doing, and I really went through with that. And I was like, it was so painful at the end. Like this meditation was like, my back was hurting, all types of stuff. Like my legs was numb, but I couldn't move my legs. I just had to sit there and be aware of everything. And this type of awareness brings you to enlightenment, because you're just being present. And that's what enlightenment is. You're not trying to force anything. You're just being aware of everything that happens. So in my experience, it was like once it was during the experience, it's like after I ended it or anything, like during the meditation, I just felt like a surge of energy just like go from the ground and just whoosh up like through my whole chakras, and it aligned it like so clear, and it was like a path. I can feel the energy like surging through my whole body. This was similar to like my experience when I first opened up my third eye, but it was like totally different because when this happened, I seen like this. I could see my aura as well. Like I could see like visions of auras and colors and like things flashing. I can see in this. I don't know what it was. I do not know what it was, but it was like this hand. I also seen like people and spirits, and it was just like some sort of, it was like a female. It was a female. It was like a female. It was a female. Her presence was like so significant. Like I can feel her energy just, it was just like, oh my God, I can't even explain the I'm really trying to put it into good words now that I'm thinking about talking about my experience. I'm like, okay, I thought I knew how I was gonna put it, but and so it was just like when you got it in your head and you just like, okay, I can explain this, but now when you speaking on it, it's just like it's hard to explain. But so during the experience, it was just like I seen her, and like I was traveling. I was traveling through, I was astral projecting, but I was traveling through like time, and even though time is a construct, I was traveling through dimensions and things. Like I can feel my body just leave, my soul, my spirit leave my body and just connect with everything else. It was like I was feeling like I was everything and nothing at all. Like I knew that at this point, like it felt like enlightenment. It felt like when you die, but like you still know that you living. Something like that. It was like, it was really intense. The experience was really fun though. But so the presence of the lady, like I can feel her energy, and she fucking like her when she went like boom, like with some energy at me, and it was like that's what I'm talking about, the hand, like it was like punched me or something, like I don't know, it like fucking knocked me out. I was just like my soul left my body. It was just like a fucking cloud of energy was just thrown at me. And this was powerful. This was like some intense, immense energy that I don't even know how I handled it. Like, I don't even know how I handled it. It was freaking crazy, but the experience really like woke me up to enlightenment. It made me feel like I didn't need to be anxious about anything. I didn't need to worry. I didn't need to stress. I didn't need to feel like death was the end, because that is the beginning. It made me feel like I left my ego. I left my ego. My ego was long gone during this meditation. It was long gone. Like, I did not feel like I was my ego self anymore. I just felt like I was my entire inner being, my entire higher self. Like, nothing was nothing was ego at that point. Everything was energy. And I'm trying to put this into good words. It was like everything that we know to be physical was not real. It was like all my chakras was aligned, and just I can feel the energy of each chakra lighting up. Like, I can feel my whole being was just lit up with energy. It was lit up with energy. It was something that Kundalini experiences are hard to explain. Now that I think about it, they're really hard to explain, because it's something that you have to experience to know for yourself. It's like, once you experience this, you know what peace feels like. You know what it was. I don't want to call it enlightenment, because I feel like, I don't know, maybe it could have been enlightenment, but at the same time, I feel like it was just like, I don't know. It was like it was close to enlightenment. I feel like it was close to there, but not really, because I know monks too, like, they teach themselves to enlighten themselves by meditating for like years on end without just, and it was just like, but you can't experience enlightenment without meditating for so long. I think, like, you don't have to really meditate like a monk to experience enlightenment. You just have to be in the present moment, and just, it was non-judgmental. That's what it was. Okay, I was like not judging anything. That's what I realized. I wasn't judging anything. Like, I wasn't putting a label on everything. I wasn't trying to put everything into a perceived type of notion. Like, everything was just being. Everything was just what it is. Like, I realized we are just being. We don't know what is going on. Like, I really realized that during my experience. Like, we don't know. Like, every day it's unknown for us. Every second something is, we're literally leaping to the unknown every time. Every time we do something, everywhere we go, we don't know what's next. We cannot expect things to happen. And that's what I realized. Like, leave expectations alone. Do not expect anything to happen, because everything happens how it should. Like, everything lines up how it should. And we don't control anything but ourselves and how we perceive things. It was a really awakening experience. It was a really awakening experience. It was something that you really have to experience on your own to see, like, what somebody means when they talk about a Kundalini experience. Like, it's something, I feel like if you try to explain it, then you haven't really experienced it. You know what I mean? Because it's something that you really can't explain too much. It's something that you have to feel. You have to get that energy for your own, because a Kundalini experience is your own experience. That is an experience that you know to happen for you. Like, you can't really like, I was trying to explain it, but it's just like, I know some ways to know if you have a Kundalini experience, but it's not something that you can really put into words. It's something that you have to feel and vibe with. So yeah, guys, I hope that was like something that you Yeah, I hope it was something that you could get and understand what I mean, like what I mean. But yeah, that was my experience, you guys. If you have ever had a Kundalini experience, please tell me how yours was and like what were your shifts. What is something that you learned from it? So you out in that like, what is something that you gained from your experience? Because I feel like I gained so much. It was just like downloads. It's like so many things happen while you're having a Kundalini experience. It's not like one thing is gonna happen. Like you're just gonna feel a surge of energy. No, like mine's was like a whole different amount of things just happening at once. And it's because you are spirit always traveling. Your spirit is going to experience all of these things at once. It's like everything is happening. Everything is just happening. That's all I can say is everything is just happening. Like everything is gonna happen. On each dimension, something is happening. On each reality, something is happening. So I was experiencing a plethora of realities at one time, just from that one one meditation. Though that is something that I want to do it again. Though I do, I want to do it again, and I'm gonna see how it is for my next go round. But yeah, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share this with someone who has had a Kundalini experience, or tell me about yours, because I'm really curious to know what your experience was like. I will be back with another video very shortly. Love you guys. Peace.